There's still one student missing, so the doors will not be closed until they arrive. As always, late, but never mind. So, glad to see you all safe and sound from the trials and tribulations that we all had to face with this dreaded pandemic. Probably proceedings will work with as follows. After my opening speech, you will hear from one of our students. He'll be followed by the graduation ceremony, and then the closing speech by Dr. Schellhammer. After which, all graduates can gather on stage for a 2021 commemorative photo. And as I go back, my voice goes back, so I better carry on this way. And then, after that, everybody outside for a celebratory drink. That wasn't the speech. Okay. So, today I'm not going to stand here and bore you with endless platitudes about bright, shining futures, promises of glittering prizes that your education will deliver, or challenges you will meet, as is a traditional dean's speech. Instead, I'm going to give you one last short lecture about a subject that you all know I'm passionate about: real brand creation and real brand building. By way of celebrating your achievements and giving you some well-deserved credit to those that also made it possible. Because whether you know it or not, you have been part of a living brand experience. One that you have contributed to, and one that you can learn from. So let me start off by reading you an email I received recently from a student. Starts off with, "Dear Evangelos," rather than Evangelos. "I'm eternally grateful for all that you and SBS have taught me over the last 3 years. Most importantly, I have learned analytical business thinking, as well as spotting poor ideas from a mile away." Poor, by the way, was substitute for an expletive, which I won't go into, as is my usual habit. "As you may know, business was the last thing I wanted to do in my life, but your classes have introduced me to the world of marketing, and my love and interest for the industry has only grown immensely over the years, thanks to your creative and often unconventional teaching methods." I'm proud of this email because the student not only valued her learning experience at SBS, but by her own admission is now a business convert, which tells me that the SBS product, education, has delivered. I'm also proud of the insight she had using a key word that is a major ingredient of the SBS brand: unconventional. Yes, SBS is unconventional. Yes, we are different. And I would challenge anybody to tell me of one successful brand that has succeeded by being very conventional and very boring. We're unconventional because we question everything. We're unconventional because we like to deliver the true challenges of business, the unvarnished truth. We're unconventional because we mix business and psychology to give our students a greater understanding of life and people. We're unconventional in offering a campus with excellent accommodation, facilities, in a safe environment. No jokes about mountains now. We're unconventional in our independence and not beholden or tied to any national entity. We're unconventional not just because our founder, Dr. Schellhammer, still comes in every day and teaches classes, but transmits with passion and commitment his unique vision for a better world. To this unconventional ingredient, add determination and focus. And nobody represents us better than the architect of our commercial success, our managing director, Gregor Schellhammer. whose global student acquisition strategy has led us to now have 340 students on a campus, and 180 students studying our 100% UK accredited online program. This creates a diverse body of students from 120 countries in the world. Moving on, we have commitment, evident in our founder, Dr. Schellhammer, who through his books, writings and teaching offers a deep and meaningful insight into not only what it is to be human, but also a mirror for all of us to take a good hard look at ourselves and correct the error of our ways before it is too late. To these ingredients, you must now add integrity, a value that our accreditation body, ASIC, identified and just a few weeks ago awarded us premium institution status after a rigorous reaccreditation process. Finally, building a brand that is based on a strong educational legacy that you can look back to and say with pride, I was part of this. So take away these key ingredients of being unconventional, having determination, focus, commitment, and bags of integrity, and above all, think about your legacy when you create your brand, whether personal or physical. But do not also forget resilience, the last quality already evident in all of you, especially BBA Year 3, who persevered the events of the last 2 years and carried on, adapted, and successfully completed their respective programs. So, never lose sight, however, that the key to resilience is to never, I can't help it, never let the buggers grind you down. So, after your graduation, enjoy your celebrations, and tomorrow, start to focus and plan and build your own legacy. Thank you very much. Next, we will hear from one of our students. Arjun, where are you? Now, Arjun, over the last 3 years at SBS, not only exhibited a keen entrepreneurial spirit, but as you can tell from this amazing suit, he's not afraid of being unconventional.
Thank you, Evangelos, for your very warm introduction. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I know none of you here, for except about 5 people, are here to listen to a speech from a random guy in an orange suit, so I'll try to make it short and sweet. I'd like to preface this speech with a huge thank you to Dr. Edward Schellhammer for founding this university, and a thank you to Mr. Evangelos Zographos, for he is the man who helped me get through these difficult years in university. So a huge round of applause for both of them. My name is Arjun Singha, and I am a Bachelor's of Business Administration graduate of Schellhammer Business School. Now, I will be completely honest, coming to SBS was definitely a spontaneous decision. I came to Spain with my father back in 2019 to look for a university. We visited about 4 to 5 different universities in all parts of Spain in the span of 3 days, and not a single one has caught my interest. However, when I came to Schellhammer, I had a completely different impression. When I saw the location and conditions of this business school, I couldn't be happier knowing that I would be spending my next 3 years living and studying at a resort. The time I spent in Schellhammer Business School were probably some of the best years of my life, and I've learned a lot of valuable things throughout. Some things were good, some were bad, some were useful, some not so much. But one of the things I learned is that no matter what life throws at you, at the end of the day, what matters is how you react. Every event that comes in your life is an opportunity to learn and to grow. If you fail, it's valuable experience and wisdom. And if you succeed, fantastic. You should never be scared to make a decision, as the future is unpredictable. No matter how anxious or paranoid you are, you will gain something from it, regardless. Because the only person you are doing it for is yourself. And there should not be a single day in your life where you look back and say, damn, I wish I had the balls to do it. The only thing stopping you is your own fear, your own anxiety, and your own mind. Yes, you may fail. Yes, you may be ridiculed. But no matter what, you will be able to proudly say, I did it. And you should never let anybody take that satisfaction away from you. I would like to thank my friends and my family, and more specifically, my parents, as I'm the person I am today because of how they raised me, and I will always be grateful even though I don't always show it. And a separate, huge thank you to my gorgeous girlfriend for helping me gain confidence in myself and my actions. To conclude, fellow graduates, we are still young and we have lots of more unpredictable events to come in our life. So let's make the best of it. Thank you.
Okay, now, please welcome Dr. Schellhammer, Chairman and Founder, for officially the ceremony, graduation ceremony begins.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Arjun. I'm honored under the name of Schellhammer Business School to present and call out this new generation of graduates. First of all, I'll start by the foundation graduates. Alejandro Rebul Dominguez. Yes. Faisal Samir Nuruddin. Lenil Enroga. Nasra Yahya Mhata. Rui Wagner. Sandro Schultz. Tafadzawa Praise Manangagwa. Yasmina Benkrimo Hajjad. Now this is a list for the Bachelor students. Abdelilah Hamid. Adriana Pelletier Ruiz. Amen. Amen عصام. Aneta Lenko. Anette Adele Kidd. Arjun Singha. Bright Tinashi Pasi. Kimara Prueve. Fraser Browning. Helia Alavi Pasa. Jamila Shatter. Mehran Munshi. Nisreen Al-Khal. Platinum Christy Madrid. Razan Abdan. Sofia Bridikhina. Tanya Mzembe. Uamahuru Theonest. Veronica Novoselova. Veronica Tisha. Victor Pavlov. Now for the masters, Arjun Singha. Afra Akbar Khanzadeh. Andrea Dumitrian. Anna Obokhovaskaya. Antonia Christ. Aisha Shafqat. Benita Engelhardt. Carolina Olsen. Diana Urasane. Elena Aware. Esin Kulova. Fena Mathilda Frochel. Perdón. You want the picture, Matilda? Boyega Joseph Fadaouri. Ihab Nawab. Ivan Hanif. Jeroen van Eyck. Joyce van Sassen. Lawrence Anekizi. Marcus Kilambu. Marvelous Mukwasi. Miriam Elouali. محمد هلوي. نيكوليتا كوتاي. نور عماري. Oluwasola Odunayo Ayodiji. Paulina Batekazor. Sandra Tomiak. سارة كمال المفرشي. فانيسا أوراسانين. فيتوريا باديكازور. زينب أرجون. زاني عز الدين. Let's give a clap to all the graduates, everybody!
Okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Now, closing speech by Dr. Schellhammer.
Dear students, parents and guests, welcome. Today, this graduation ceremony marks a special moment for all graduates. Today, I also remember my graduation some decades ago. I started studying in Paris, then in Fribourg, Switzerland, a year in Kiel, in Germany. The world was small and simple. At that time, there were 3 billion people on this planet. Today, we have 8 billion and growing. I remember as a child, only very few people had a small television at home, and not even in color. When I started studying, I bought an old bicycle for a few Swiss francs, which then enabled me to explore broader areas. I wanted to understand everything about life and people. I was curious about all the stories people were telling after World War II. This genuine drive opened doors for me to explore ideas and the world. I always had questions, but as you will realize, too much questioning is not always welcome. From there, and for now, more than 40 years, my curiosity shaped my journey for endless learning. Always wanting to understand the realities behind what we see, what we hear. This search for understanding nurtured my many interests for decades. People who never have questions are boring people. During my academic path, I always read books, and as you know, I have written many books. And all this enriches lifelong learning. We all know education starts prenatal and postnatal. The beginning of all life already sets the path for the future. The challenge for parents is immense. To nurture human life from the beginning up to adolescence is also a struggle. The way parents nurture the newborn is crucial and directs the very first life course with parental educational methods. Education directs the many learning processes too, from kindergarten up to the secondary school and the high school. The type of education received nurtures children, adolescents and professionals and shapes most people their entire lifespan. Parents are responsible in the core, educational practices at home and in the social environment. Parental responsibility for a child is immense. The way parents educate their child directs much of the following life course. If parents fail with their education, a child has no chance to escape from neglected parental educational instructions. We can conclude education from the very beginning of a human life is crucial and determines, in most cases, the course of an entire life. However, we live in a merciless world. Billions of people desire love, care, happiness, satisfaction, success and peace, in short, a good life. But with 8 billion people today, our students are exposed to propaganda, brainwashing, manipulations, delusions, control and seductions like never before, making the achievement of this good life difficult. Many people, young and old, are pushed into a mental, emotional chaos, into stress, fear, and countless meanders, which often fatalistic view. So, we come back to the upbringing of a child, the key for valuable human education. If parents, educators, teachers, and politicians fail, an entire life is at risk to fail. Education is not only a matter of public education. All systems in a country must prepare the young generation for spiritual and evolutionary development. If the educational system fails, human education will fail for millennia. Today, there is an immense need for global, lifelong, top education, indispensable, with the 8 billion people on the planet. In my research about humans, I have identified 22 mental functions, but most humans use only the basic 2 to 4, and very little for nurturing the inner life. All these 22 mental functions must be trained from the early development. Unfortunately, the magic thinking and hope for an eternal salvation still dominates the world. Looking back 7,000 years, humanity has not learned anything about the collective responsibility of managing the inner life. But new findings about the mind, such as epigenetics, show humans inherit elements from ancestors back to 14 generations. The young generation today has immense opportunities to learn, much more than all previous generations had. Academic study, business, psychology, humanities or social sciences in general is more than learning about theory. It is about human development and human values. Today, humans have an immense mental and spiritual potential for exploring and nurturing the world, but it must first start with their own world. To study business or psychology for life, or humanities, or hospitality requires understanding people in all contexts of life. How can you do business or function in any society without understanding people? The argument is simple. If you do not understand yourself, your beloved ones, your friends, and other people, you cannot have success in career, life, mind and soul. Nurturing mind and soul for a healthy inner development is the core of education, which includes inner roots of integrity and personal ethics. Joyful learning, creative learning, activities, respect for the psychical and spiritual worlds of learning and being nurtures humanity in general. Respect for individual differences, personality traits, talents, performance tendencies, and potentials enrich the mind and the inner and outer worlds. Independent, creative pioneering and the exploration of the spirit must promote learning processes together with emotional values. The world does not consist in one line and in one direction. Education should also enrich history, which teaches us historic mistakes instead of nurturing an optimistic future and past delusion. Questioning history enriches the present and nurtures the future during relevant education. Lifelong learning after public education and academic training is the premise for a strong mind and a good future. Education must become indispensable for everybody. Knowledge must be balanced with inner spirituality, moral integrity, respect for humanity, nature, animals, and the planet. Education must promote peace, justice, love, care, self-responsibility, reliability, trust, the truth, and realistic faith. Education must prepare the youth for resolving problems and conflicts in every life and for a balanced management. Education must promote critical, creative, and pioneering thinking and questioning to enrich mental capacities and inner human values. Education must promote the manifold capacities of the power of love and the power of creativity and for inner peace. Education also must promote complex networked thinking, must find a critical understanding about the mass media, about politics, economics, education and religion. Learning is more than copy-paste, memorizing and studying. Learning goes along with understanding the meaning within and around us. Public education also must promote the joy of life, creativity for mind and soul, discovering the manifold human existences. I started my learning journey with 3 billion people on this planet. And you, dear students, you entered today in a world with 8 billion people. Do not miss your path to lifelong new learning, which starts tomorrow and hopefully never stops. Learning remains crucial for your success. I hope that the Schellhammer Business School was able to give you the tools, the mindset and the strength for the world that is waiting for you from tomorrow on. Good luck.
Okay, now, couple of little things. Can we please give a big hand of applause and a big thank you to the team of student advisors and especially Sophia for putting this event together. Now, please make your way to the stage for the 2021 graduation photo.